is not supposed to be created, it should emerge. One such place that we know of is GHRCE NewsDesk. Welcome to this edition of 21st February 2021 NewsDesk. Few highlights. PSLV C51 is scheduled to launch GHRCE SAT on February 28, 2021 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. CM meeting with Director. Successful implementation of consultancy project by COE-IOT and World Wetlands Day 2021 celebrated in Civil Engineering Department. Now the news in detail. PSLV C51 is scheduled to launch GHRCE SAT on February 28, 2021 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. We all know that GHRCE College of Engineering Nagpur is one of the top 10 engineering institutions in India to build and launch its own satellite GHRCE SAT to lower Earth orbit. PSLV C51, which is the 53rd mission of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, also known as PSLV, will launch Amazonia 1 of Brazil as primary satellite. GHRCE SAT GIT SAT, Shri Shakti SAT from GHRCE College of Engineering Nagpur, JPR Institute of Technology Chennai, Shri Shakti Institute Engineering and Technology Coimbatore, and 17 co-passenger satellite from Satish Dhawan Space Center SDSC Sriharikota. The 17 co-passenger satellite include one from ISRO, which is also termed as INS-2TD, one Satish Dhawan SAT from Space Kids India INSPACE, and 15 from New Space India Limited NSIL, a Government of India company under Department of Space. GHRCE SAT, JIT SAT, Shri Shakti SAT are three Unity SAT developed by the consortium of three academic institutions like GHRCE College of Engineering Nagpur, JPR Institute of Technology Chennai, Shri Shakti Institute of Engineering and Technology Coimbatore. The launch is scheduled at 10:23 a.m. IST on February 28, 2021, subject to, of course, weather conditions. PSLV C51 is the first dedicated commercial mission of New Space India Limited (NSIL), a Government of India company under Department of Space. NSIL is undertaking this mission under a commercial arrangement with Spaceflight Inc. USA. GHRCE SAT is Pico Satellite 0.3U SAT. SlimSat has been designed for technology demonstration of lower Earth orbit for inter-satellite communication and intra-communication with short orbit life of 6 months. Solar panels are mounted on all 6 surfaces of GHRCE SAT. As part of Unity SAT program of Indo-Serbia initiative, the GHRCE students team has initiated the joint development of GHRCE SAT with student startup TSC Technologies Private Limited. GHRCE SAT and ground station has been built in a novel and fruitful way to access low Earth orbit by GHRCE. The new futuristic initiative of ISRO to provide single window for all regular permissions for frequency allocation, registration of objects, satellites before launch, etc. under in space has paved the way for quick realization of GHRCE SAT project. In space is encouraging India private industry startups in space sector and academic institutions to realize the dream of accessing the space in the new space era of Space 4.0. As a part of Unity SAT, GHRCE SAT along with JIT SAT and Shri Shakti SAT is scheduled to launch by PSLV C51 on 28th February 2021 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. All the 3 satellites of Unity SAT are technology demonstrators at low Earth orbit to test and demonstrate Internet of Things in space and inter-satellite communication, mesh and satellite constellation. GHRCE satellite ground station has been inaugurated by Dr. K. Sivan, Chairman ISRO, in presence of Dr. Uma Maheshwaran, Distinguished Scientist and Scientist Secretary, ISRO Headquarters, and Interim Chairman, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center in Space, Mr. Sunil Raisoni, Chairman, Raisoni Group of Institutions, Dr. Sachin Untavle, Director, GHRCE Nagpur, Dr. Mahendra Gaikwad, Project Work Coordinator, GHRCE SAT, and faculty along with students, team members of GHRCE SAT. GHRCE satellite team includes 12 student members from various disciplines of engineering, along with 5 faculty members and 2 mentors for GHRCE SAT project. GHRCE satellite ground station is a member of SAT-NOGA Satellite Network Open Ground Station. This project, which is a free software and open source hardware platform, aims to create a satellite ground station network. NOGS aims to provide a stack of technologies needed for a distributed network of low Earth orbit satellite ground stations. NOGS ground station is an open source hardware ground station instrumentation with a rotator, antennas, electronics, and connected to the client. The global array of ground stations contribute to an effective network for monitoring orbital satellites. GHRCE College of Engineering has signed the Memorandum of Understanding with Committee for Space Program Development Serbia, DSC Technologies Private Limited, Bangalore, and Indian Technology Congress Association, Bangalore, for development of stations, students now satellite. UNISEC India, CSP, Serbia, and Indian Technology Congress Associations have congratulated GHRCE management for their continued encouragement and support to their students to build their own satellite indigenously. Dr. Sachin Untavle, Director GHRCE, said that innovation and opportunities grows hand in hand. During the inaugural function of GHRCE satellite ground station, Dr. Mahendra Gaikwad, project coordinator of GHRCE SAT, along with students' satellite team, has worked hard to realize the dream of building their own nano satellite in reality and ready to launch on 28 February 2021 from Sriharikota by PSLV C51. CR meeting with director, class representatives meeting of first year, 4th, 6th and 8th semester for session summer 2021 with director sir was conducted online mode on Webex during 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. that's 1 hour on 13th January 2021. 80 CRs were present for the meeting. Professor M. Khanapurkar, Deputy Director and Dean Academics, welcome. Professor S.P. Ontale, Sir, Dr. Deputy Director, Professor P.D. Valke, and all class representatives. He highlighted the major issues raised by CRs in department meetings. Directors addressed CRs on the issues raised by the CRs themselves. Directors announced that as per the guidelines from Government of Maharashtra, that on-campus classes are going to start from 17th February 2021. We also added that classes shall be in both online and offline mode effective 17th February 2021 for 1 week, and the outside students can join the online classes till they reach the campus. Lab sessions shall be online mode in 20th February 2021. After that, it will be in offline mode only, and it will be mandatory for all students to join for offline lab sessions. He informed that students need to follow all social distancing norms, protocols, wear mask, carry sanitizer bottles, install Arogya Setu mobile app, undergo thermal scanning, etc. etc. During on-campus classes, he informed that a detailed section-wise schedule on the on-campus and online classes will be circulated very soon. After Director Sir's address, Deputy Director and Dean Academics call on CR department-wise and section-wise for further grievances. Successful implementation of consultancy project by COE-IOT. The Center of Excellence in Internet of Things at GHRCE have successfully implemented a consultancy project at Bharat Forge Private Limited, Pune. The consultancy work was to automate and provide security device control for 20 into 18 feet long door with existing employees' cards. In charge, Professor Nikhil Devani successfully implemented his design and developed automation system at Bharat Forge Private Limited, Pune. Consultancy work was carried out during 25th to 28 January 2021. The system requirement was to assure a security with authenticate entry only for high-level authorities of plant R&D area with existing employees card. Thumb scanner and password base for 20 into 18 glass door. Moving on to our next news. And the news is World Wetlands Day 2021 celebrated in Civil Engineering Department. Every year, World Wetland Day is celebrated on 2nd February worldwide. In Civil Engineering Department, this year also we celebrated the same. The World Wetlands Day celebrated on 2nd February 2021 in association with Indian Waterworks Association, Nagpur Center. Professor Mangesh Bodkar, Civil Engineering Department, GHRCE, delivered an expert talk on constructed wetland. Initially, Ms. Anisha Khairkar, Joint Secretary, Forum introduced the speaker, Professor Bodkar, first introduced the wetland definition and the difference between natural and artificial wetlands. He discussed his research in constructed wetland setup and how can we treat the wastewater with the help of constructed wetland. Mr. Swapnil Tripathi, Forum Vice President, proposed a vote of thanks for the program. Dr. B.V. Kore, Professor and Head of Civil Department, Dr. Isha Khedkar, Forum in Charge, and IWWA Coordinator were present. Total 118 students were present at this event. The program was organized by Forum of Civil under the guidance of Dr. B.V. Kore, Head of Civil Department. With this, we come to the end of this edition. But Corona is on the rise, so you must take care of yourself doubly, so that there is lesser chance as we get into our next session, offline mode. Until we meet next, please take care of yourself. This is Manish Nag signing off. Thank you.